Hello, Aquarius. This is your October Grand Tableau, Lenormand Oracle reading for 2022. All right. Let the sun shine. I was just listening to that song to get vibed up for your little Grand Tableau here. All right. Ooh. I already put 2 cards up. I know I cheated. I think that Capricorn didn't even get the cards being put up. I can't remember. It's been crazy week. All right. You guys are out of this world. Awesome. Innovative. You're the aliens, the extraterrestrials of the zodiac. You bring the technology that's way more advanced, futuristic, anything. Like, you're like Capricorn's time, your time travel. Here you are. I always consider that card Aquarius, and next to the bird's very Aquarian as well, so it's coming out. Your energy is coming out in the reading. That's cool. All right. Alrighty then. What are we going to have here? I just watched Coraline yesterday. I mean, I've watched it like every day for the past week. But I love Coraline. Oh, Caroline, Caroline, Caroline. You're in grave danger. I love it. You guys get to have me like all like stranged out. I don't even know what you call it. Spazgadaz here. Wait, I have 4? Okay, good. Ooh. Okay. This is so weird that this has happened. So this was Capricorn too. I don't know. Okay, so I literally take the cards off in random, and then I shuffle them, and then I put them back up. So for this to come out and the last card in the same house, something's going on. Anyway, I hope my bun's not all falling apart. Somebody's gonna clock me and say, "Oh, I can see that fake bun in there." In the All right, let's go. So you have some kind of lucky news coming in. This could be a fortunate piece of mail. This could be somebody letting you know some information, coming to you to let you know some information about something. And the cards are swapped in their houses. So that's another weird thing about your reading, is that the good news, it's very fortunate news. How you receive it, it could be like synchronistic. It could be some strange coinky-dink about this little tidbit of good news. And there's some super duper progress with, there's an ending that is elevating you to a higher status. It's elevating you. So an ending is elevating you. That means like you end one position at work and you get elevated to a higher up position. That means that you know, there's an ending to one apartment in the building and then you decide to move upstairs. There's some kind of upgrade. You ended something and you beginning something else. You getting upgraded. There's some kind of decision or path that is it's like a choice between committing to something or you know, maybe two options you're committing, you know, so this could be a relationship. You could be, you know, have two really good options in terms of relationships. And there could be also two kind of health things going on, or two, like, two ways you can grow. And you're going to choose one that is going to clear up some confusion for you. There might be some news about that as well. Or whatever's been dragging like a long time. You might have been feeling like tired or sluggish in terms of your health or what's been going on. So it's been like dragging. There's a commitment. There's some kind of new path that's changing things, that's making things better for you. Then you get the ship and the moon. This is very, very going on dates at night. This is like taking a joyride out in the evening. These are night trips. This is going to, you know, the club and meeting people and dating. It's also showing off your car. There's like a lot of different things that come in with the ship. And it's also business and commerce. So there could be some kind of business that you have that's being seen well by others. There's some kind of business moves. There's some kind of, you're making the right moves and people are noticing you for that. Okay. So there's some very lucky upliftment. There's a fortunate heightening of something good and positive in your life. For some reason, there's some kind of advice of maybe you should put a lot of flowers around your home, or maybe you're working with flowers within the home, or you're going to a place that has lots of flowers, or there's some kind of, there has something to do with something growing flowers at the home. You might be doing something with flowers. There's a lot of that here. Fortunate progress. You might be making more money right now. I think that's what it is. Let me see this. Yeah, there's more money coming into the home. There's a lot of money coming into the home compared to what normally is. That's stable. So you're financially stable. You might be single, but you're being noticed by others, especially if you're a woman. Or you might be being noticed by a woman if you're a man, or looking for like, doesn't matter. You know what I mean. If you like it, go for it. All right. Something like really lucky news is on its way to you. This could be the start of some kind of financial venture. Or it could be the start of some kind of abundance in terms of your dating life or attention that you're getting. This also is a lot of things growing. So, and also starting the start of like travel or trip. So you might get like some kind of, you might win some trip somewhere, and that like gives you the money, or win something that gives you the money to go on some kind of journey that's like very beneficial for you in terms of your either your finances or, you know, meeting people. But I see there being jealousy around love for some reason. There's someone being deceitful in love, the snake in the tree, temptation of other women, being confused, love is being confused. So there could be a lot of other women around you that are kind of, you're not sure where to put your energy in terms of love, or there could be a lot of other women putting their 2 cents in about your relationship, and that's causing you some confusion, and they might be very jealous, so just take that into consideration. So you have you men out there, there's some kind of help from a man that's coming in, or there's I don't like that because we've got the snake in the health house, okay? Or the growth house. And then we have the dog in the snake house. You could have multiple suitors at this time, and one could be very toxic and the other one could be very sweet and helpful and loyal. So you really got to make sure. And also you might have a friend who's jealous of some kind of relationship or attention that you're getting in love. It seems like whatever this is, it gets over. It clears itself up. There's a change in some kind of status, though. There's moves within status, and there's some kind of progress as well. So I'm thinking that like one of you, your friend or you, have a significant like status change when it comes to love, or it comes to partnerships of some kind, or friendships of some kind. And maybe that elevation or that status initially makes your friend, or in the past has made your friend pretty jealous, but all resolves itself. Everything, the mood is lifted to a better status quo, I think. The road to commitment, the road to that's promised. There's a path that is really promising for you. And being next to the key, it's even more. So this could be some kind of educational path. This could be some kind of, you might get an acceptance letter to go off to school somewhere, or you're being recognized for your achievement with that. I'm going to go back up to line 2. So we read line 1. So the family is coming into focus for a lot of you, and there's a growth in the family. There could be a lot of gardening going on, or some kind of cleaning up for fall in terms of like yard work and stuff. I just have the scythe and the tree, and then the bouquet over and over and over again. So if there was a loss in the family, there could have been or something troubling that happened within the family. There could be a lot of gifts that are coming in. I just have the scythe, the whip here too. So you might have a lot of suitors as well. And there's just a lot of flowers coming to the house because it's something some kind of elevation of status, whether it's a marriage, an engagement, anniversary. It looks like it's more of an achievement within career. Maybe there's some securing communication, or there's stable communication. You might stay talking to somebody. Connections. You might be doing some beautifying within the home. You might be kind of adding some plant life to the home. You might be doing a lot of work on the home as well. Also, the tree and the scythe, I think of like lumber. So like if you're doing any renovations on your home, and it would be like something that you're doing a lot of stuff. And you might be doing it all alone. So if you need help with something, you might not. It might be your friend's time schedule, or their location might be troubling to get them to. This is also kind of toxicity within the family. So, or some kind of lie that's being told within the family, or some kind of deception within the family. Or I don't want to look at it as like a health card, because I'm not picking that up right now. Okay, so somebody is lying to your face about something. What are they lying to your face about? an argument within the family. This could be like the work that you've been doing, the start of doing work over and over again. Whatever you've been doing, there's some jealousy and within, you know, partnerships or relationships, over a promotion or an upgrade with a friend or a job situation, relationship status. And it seems like somebody is nice to your face, so you kind of have to, but there's some kind of unforeseen visitor. Someone could be, somebody could know somebody who's a friend who's watching you, but you're doing so good that it doesn't even matter like what they're trying to do. Yeah, not being able to see the family, some kind of growth that's been there's some news that comes in. It's written word, I think. Yes. Having to do with career. If you are a makeup artist, I see that right here. There's people jealous of the start of the money that you're going to be making. There's jealousy within that sector. And people could be really nice to your face and kind of nasty behind your back. So just be careful about that. At home renovations, upgrades to the home. There's like this recurring kind of theme of beauty and fashion, and there's like beauty is pain as well. This could be waxing if you're an esthetician also, because of the beauty card, and then the recurring like painful like cycle of like ripping off them. There's like this, yeah, a career where you communicate with other people. So, or there's like chatting going on. So there could be some gossip as well, because it's right at the angle of this and this. So just be careful who you listen to, who don't repeat anything. Also, there could be arguments about, you're not sure where something's coming from, or somebody could start some trouble. So yeah, career of communication, the start of your dreams coming true, or dreams that are starting, communication that is kind of, this could be communication that's sneaky, because it's the Fox House, or sneaky communication, or underhanded, sly communication, or being watched. You might be being watched by somebody who's looking to promote you, that's an important authority figure. Yes, they're also a pretty stubborn, and they might be at a distance, so they might be watching you on a camera, because the stars is kind of futuristic to me, and about electricity and connecting things and lights and stuff. And next to the birds, it's about being watched. There's like a nervous energy, there's communication, excitement with the birds. It can be kind of scattered and chaotic, and with this it's also scattered, and so and also they're both visible cards. You're watching something do something, so or you're engaging with something that's doing something. So in terms of, there is some loss. There's like some kind of the details that are connecting. Okay, so an authority figure could be connecting some details about some situation, or some kind of what's been going on or starting within the sphere of work, or what people are starting to talk about at work, or connecting the dots with things. And there's like this, you might be actually experiencing some kind of upgrade, and it could be somebody else who's could be experiencing some kind of a downfall. Not that that's your fault or anything. It might have nothing to do with you, you know. It might just be their time to, you know, get the boot, you know. And there's an ending in terms of some kind of authority or some kind of important ending. So I also, because the flowers could be coming to the home because there was a loss in the family. And the only reason I say this is because, and you would already know this was happening. This is not something that's going to surprise you. Or a tree could fall down. But that would be here. This is a tree as well. Something that happened over and over again. When you're alone. You might be you might be growing up or glowing up in private. Like, you might be like really, because you've been alone so much, you might be like doing a lot of self-development. That's another thing I want to say. Because, okay, back to the family thing. I think that because there is something painful within the family, or there is some kind of, something painful happens within the family. There's lots of bouquets or gifts given over and over again, or blessings given. You might, you know, there might be somebody who's usually been kind of you know, an argument could be soothed almost at this time. There could be some like forgiveness within the family because something painful happens that brings you two together, and you work something out, and you promise to stay in touch. This is also like a staying in touch, staying in communication, a connection with it might be through a child, you know, or for a child. There might be some kind of it might be the wish of some kind of a child. So maybe if you're a significant other and you start to work things out, you know, your child would be very happy about that because they've wanted you to do that. You might have to sneak around with communicating with this person. People might watch you and be concerned about more like communicating about that it's over. It's like important to them for some reason that it's over or something. And there is like a stealing away of this. There's some kind of, also the mice, there's like sickness or details of an ending. So, but the mice does land on the star card, and the star card is like a spreading out. So this could be the spread of illness. Somebody could have been sick in the family, and they, you know, and it could have been somebody's matriarchal figure, or a friend of the mother's as well. That could be a friend of other women. She could have been the partner of somebody who was a woman. There could be a loss or because of an illness, or there's some kind of memorial or something at the house. Staying true to your dreams, communicating concisely, finishing up the details of things as well. So this could be communicating in a way that helps end a situation, that wraps up the details of things. So just putting your final touches as well on something. So, all right, now I'm getting this. So this is more of a final touches kind of thing, okay? Making sure that whatever you're doing in the home with the family is being like, you know, there's beauty things going on, there's progress, there's decorations, there's planting things, there's, you know, fake plants, whatever you do. And you're just securing things in. You might be hanging things on the wall as well because of the anchor next to the star card. With the, and this also, and then communicating, maybe you're directing as well. You're the one that's kind of done the work here. You might be doing this for a side business. You might actually be getting into doing some interior design because this is a very interior design within the homes kind of thing. And, you know, concluding the details of things, or the endings that you're working on, the finer, you know, more tedious things. You might be a little bit nervous about how you're going to finish something. And this could have to do with time. This is also communicating about putting something up higher. So there's you might be kind of, the fox card is also like with the birds, there's a watchful, investigative eye. So you're really like, really honing in on this. Whatever it is, you're really getting down to the nitty gritty. And if this is your business, a home business, then that's great. You know, you're really focusing on making sure that it's got a kind of pristine, kind of finished, what's the, I can't find the words. You know, when that happens, you're just like, I just want that word. Anyway, so there's this super kind of happy, expressive, uplifting thing. Something could end that has been really troubling in your life as well, and it could just like lift a huge weight off of you. Like you're just like, it's done. I don't have to deal with it anymore. And it like changes your whole life, because we have the stork and the coffin house. We have the coffin and the bear. So it was like a big burden. It was like a big ending, whatever it was. And then it just frees you up. You feel free. You feel light as a feather. I feel like the sun in the stork card is like light as a feather, man. It's the realization that you've been born again, and you're like, you've ascended, or like there's some kind of like happiness that's just like lifting you up and the people around you up. And that could be like what the news comes in, that this ending happens, and it's just like changes your whole life. This could have to do with some kind of secret of a friend, or some personal things about a friend. This could be about going to school, a friend's education as well. Something that happens over and over again. There's the struggles you've had, or the challenges you've had with an organization. This could be the law as well. So there's some kind of expression of like, or there's a realization of secrets as well. This could be secrets coming out into the open that help you with a lawsuit, a case that you are working on. If you had any kind of arguments with an organization of any kind, this could be to do with some kind of organization that has to do with socializing or social media, or there could have been a fight that you've had to face alone as well. You could be cleaning a business. You might have, you know, had a job or had some success with, like, because you knew a friend, like they were your reference to get this job cleaning somebody's business, and it's been like good for your social connections as well. There was a big obstacle, and this obstacle had to be about a path. Was just like down the path. There was like an inability to get to the road that you wanted to go down. It was like a choice problem. You were unable to make an important decision in your life. It could have been really important, really big, having to do with some kind of secret of. Also, if a friend lied to their love partner, and this could have been somebody in your family, like another woman in your family, a friend kind of did them dirty or had other women or something, or you weren't able to see that somebody that you were friends with, or that was a friend of the family, was like into you. There could be progress finally breaking through like that obstacle of going down that path. Like maybe you've been afraid to make those decisions as well in love, because it affected a friend in some kind of way, or a friend's status would change, or something like that. But there's like this realization of knowing, or an expression of some kind of knowledge that you have, or understanding that you have. There's a revealing of secrets as well, and that you've had to endure alone. Now you're bringing this aloneness to the public sphere of some kind. There could be some kind of organization of the public, any kind of institution that has to do with authority, that's an organization of the public. This could be police, this could be the IRS, this could be, so there's like a recurring thing. Maybe there's been problems with some kind of payments, and you've been making payments on some kind of, to some kind of authority institution, and finally you realize that you paid up. There's some happiness here that's coming over. It's lightening all this load. Whatever important big decisions that you're making in terms of, there's like maybe some authority's been difficult to deal with, and it's been a block to moving forward. For some reason, you're finding a way around you're investigating, and you're finding a way around the annoyances or details. You're being intelligent about making or dealing with the details as well. This is investigation, tedious investigation. There could have been a lot of paperwork or things that were involved that were blocked that you weren't able to get. And then finally, the man. If this had to do with anybody who you used to be in a relationship with that was an authority figure, if they were high up in any way, shape, or form, and they were giving you trouble because they were being sneaky about something, or kind of muddling things up for you, or messing things up for you, it seems like they had a lot of love for you, and that's why they were being such a sneaky, like, causing trouble, like cat and mouse kind of dragging, what's dragging? The letter. So maybe you were supposed to get something, and it's been, some kind of information has been dragging. That's what the good news coming in is. You're finally getting that, and it's changing your whole life and your mood, uplifting everything for you. It has to do with some kind of authority figure, so it could have been waiting on a school application to be accepted or denied, having to, there's this kind of, this man could also have red hair as well. He could be kind of a reporter as well. This is investigative work. He might find you interesting. He might be passionate about something that you have to say in regards to the situation, whatever comes out being revealed. Somebody could have been doing a lot of cleaning alone within the family as well. And you might be helping out your mother-in-law who's had a difficult time. For whatever reason, she might be, yeah, she's a family member. There's finances involved, and there's love, but there's also some kind of inability to see. So she might be needing some help at this time, and you might be coming in to help her, or investigating into the situation about how you can help her. This man might be a good support for you, a help to a difficult path, a friend who is toxic or deceptive. So, you know, if your partner as well has like, also the dog can be a brother. So if there's like a brother situation that's toxic, but there's some kind of issue with the mother, you know, you might have to deal with your brother. You might have to like look into the finer details of things with your brother in order to make this move forward. And it seems like it does, you know, even if you don't like dealing with that person, or this friend could be kind of toxic, or it could be like the friend of a lover as well. Just know that it all kind of sorts itself out. There's some kind of progression with some kind of loss of some kind, or a loss that is kind of, or the details of things. It's the details of a rise. It's like, okay, these are annoying. We have to do this because we just had some kind of major breakthrough. And now we have to figure out, okay, well, I got to deal with this now. But it's been like so good for us to go through this at the same time. So but there's still some kind of troubles having to do with the elevation or progression of this situation. It could have to do with a car. There could be like some kind of upgrade because there was a loss of some kind with a car. Just because the ship is here and it's the man's car, so somebody might be looking to upgrade their car because they, you know, it went bye-bye. There was no more. Whoever this investigative person is, this is almost like there's some kind of spy or some kind of, if you are in a relationship that's, you're worried about somebody being with other women or toxic or something, there's some personal investigator. If you've hired one of those, it seems like this person's like really passionate about their job. They're going to get the job done. Yeah, so anything you can't see with love, this person is going to investigate the details of. So also, if this has to do with career, that you could be investigating the details of looking into a career choice. You're finally able to make a decision about something. You're getting the official news back that lets you move forward within a situation that's been blocked. Because the bear and then the mountain and then the fox, I mean, that's like not being able to see the trees through the woods kind of thing. Like you kind of, there's something really important, but it's been really challenging, or it's been blocking you. An authority could be, there could be red tape as well, getting to the place of being able to do what you want to do in terms of love, or in terms of this man, or side job of this man. You might meet somebody at a side job that you fall in love with, or who falls in love with you. A path of commitment. 37 on the timer. 10. The answer is a secret, or the solution is a secret. There's some kind of written communication of some kind that's you've not been able to see, or that's been confusing you, like in terms of some status of the man or his romantic affairs. It could be like his love life as well, because he's got the moon card here. It's also the status, the way people see him as a man. So yeah, the man's friends could be not good or sneaky, but this man could also be sneaky too, because he's got the, you know, there's some jealousy within love created between two men here, maybe. Some friend could also be being nice to the face, but also feeding secrets, or somebody could be secretly friends with somebody, or some friend could know some stuff about a friend could also be found to have had an affair and be having a baby with somebody else, and that might end a relationship for the friend. There's also a diary here, some kind of personal information, private things. Path of commitment. The solution is keeping things private for now, maybe. Or keeping things to yourself now, or learning something that you didn't know before that have been confusing you, some kind of reading or writing that's been confusing to you or a challenge to you. This could be learning a language as well, maybe. Where's the birds? Nope. Can't be learning nope, not a language. There's some kind of learning though. And then there's the clouds and the letters. So there's some kind of long, it's also long and drawn out piece of writing. It has like a long story as well. Answers you with a long story. So about how people see him, his reputation as a man, a cut of a woman. He's fast with a lot of women, so this could be about a reputation of being kind of sharp or harsh to women. This could be kind of like okay, so this is danger. So when these two kind of hit each other, it's like a clearing up of danger. So if there's been anybody who has been involved with any kind of difficult relationship that's been toxic or kind of abusive in any way, it seems like that's being resolved with this man, or some kind of authority figure will be resolving you. You might actually fall for the cop that's helping you with the situation. A path to committing or promising the answer to some secrets, some letter that or information you didn't see about somebody's reputation. There could be lots of other women, or a cut. He might be getting rid of another woman. His reputation might change. Like I said, there is some kind of elevation or status change here. So there is this kind of a cutting of one woman, maybe for another woman. Maybe he's cutting out the other woman, because this is the other woman and this is the cut. And this is the truth. Peace and harmony is restored. There's balance restored here. So there's some kind of deceitful connection, some kind of something that's been toxic, that's been spreading kind of into somebody's life, has been really a challenge, a big kind of it's kind of a pain, and it's important for them to deal with, but it ends up being resolved because they cut out what doesn't serve them, to create peace in their life, to stay peaceful, to just, So this is also, in terms of career, this could be jealousy over some new expansion in your life, and an authority figure that's usually very difficult to deal with cuts or fires this woman, and you end up having longevity within the career. You get her position. So there's an elevation here, and there's a loss for somebody else. You'll be sacrificing a lot for this career. You'll be committed. The commitment is the answer. And to this woman financially, you might have to financially commit. It might be some kind of peaceful, it's about securing the peace as well. So if you're making nice with somebody in the family, like I said over here, there's been some jealousy, some nice to the face arguing and stuff. There is a clearing up of that. There is a commitment to peace and resolution, even if it is a sacrifice, even if it seems like it's a burden, you seem to be committed to making that happen. Why? Because you've been looking into it and you find it really important. Also, somebody loves to talk as well, and that might be a challenge for them in terms of their ability to communicate honestly, because they communicate in a kind of a sneaky way. So that might be something that you're like, All right, this person is like kind of like a white lie or a big fib or like big fish tail kind of person. And you're like, that's kind of dramatic for you because there's some kind of love of the drama, you know, there's a drama in the family, and there's a love of kind of the drama in life or the problems. And also this could be a commitment to being kind of, these three here is like a love for, and being loyal to maybe some kind of dramatic personality type or something. Somebody who loves to talk. There's like a big, there's just like a lot of love that's there, but it's confusing at the same time because you're like not sure where to take this, like how to understand like where they're coming from necessarily, because it's kind of sneaky and you don't know whether to believe them or not to believe them. They're kind of a, you know, a fibber. And that might be like there's some kind of message of the truth. You find out the message of a truthful about a situation with a friend, with a family member. They're kind of spat in love or something, and it might be a little bit burdensome for you. But the lily and the cross is, you might find a career that's spiritually involved, guided. You might feel like this is your spiritual purpose in life as well, what you find you're doing for career now. This also can be a woman that's been married for a very long time, and or the commitment she wants is the key to, or she's been married a lot of times as well. So this could be an older woman that's been married several times. She's got a long-standing career. This could have to do with people who are going through a hard time, an organization of the public. So this could be, and food being in the middle of the bear is the food card. So she works in, what do you call it? Public assistance. She could be somebody who works for some kind of benefit package place that helps people who are in need, who don't have enough food. Also, what else? Trusting a friend with your secrets. Some kind of feeling alone with other people. Promise is the answer. So feeling different than others. Maybe there's some kind of communication that happens with a friend about, you tell them something very private, or they tell you something private, and you promise to keep it a secret. It might be a challenge or about something that happened at work, or abuse that happened at work. This also could be it's the reason that somebody is investigating this situation. Let me see. Okay, 48 minutes. All right. So we went through each of the rows. This is also a letter opening. So you're opening a letter. It's about some kind of meetup or a social gathering or a party invitation, that about somebody getting married, somebody getting progressing forward. So there's some kind of path of commitment. Answer is, there's like a surprise party maybe that's going on. The answer is it's a surprise, or it's a secret. You haven't gotten an invitation for this. Somebody you know, there's a reputation of this man. So his status, it could be his career as well. So he could be retiring, A lot of money and career over a long period of time. There's a lot of money in the house, career, that's and a communication. So a path of commitment. So there's somebody's getting engaged, I think, and that's what this is. You're opening. You didn't think that you were confused about. There was a long time getting to you, so you might have gotten an invitation to a wedding or something late, and it's just dragged. It got lost in the mail or something. This would be the lost card. Yeah, a meeting that's exposed. A meeting that's outside as well. Could be an outdoors event. And it could, you know, going to meet up and taking some action about being committed to kind of where you're going. The ship in the moon is about romantic kind of, it's a romantic trip. It's a night adventure. It's traveling to a spot that has a reputation that's well known. Meeting up at a spot well known. So you might know this spot. You already are meeting up. So you got this message about, confused about some kind of message to meet up with a man that you know. He has a reputation of some kind or status of some kind. And then there might be, you might get a call, or there might be a decision that's being made about a commitment, and you might be confused as to what the message is about. So you go to meet this man up at night. You might take a trip somewhere at night. You might be in the car. This man might be like a bad boy type as well. Do be careful, because I see that he has, you know, he's knighted as dangerous, or maybe, and this also can be dangerous. So this person might have a love for danger. They also might be kind of a bad boy, so I'd just be cautious about not being able to, there's some kind of muddled communication that's written or something, or you're not able to understand why you're meeting up somewhere. About whether this man is in a relationship or not could be a potential connections with a child. There's a giving of somebody could want to have children, and somebody might not want to have children. Somebody might not want to. There could be some kind of children involved or family involved in the decision process about commitment. And the answer is maybe dragging. The responses are dragging. There's some kind of, and so maybe there is some kind of he has a painful reputation as well with women. A painful reputation. Whatever's in the message is truthful, or is his truth a truth of meeting up at a place. A meeting that is kind of successful, or is realized from taking action towards some kind of what everybody sees. So a place that everybody sees, a trip that everybody sees coming. There's some kind of choices being made to do something, and there's a location that's being agreed upon to meet up, that you both know the place, and there's some, it has a reputation for being some place that you go on a journey or a trip to. So this could be like a vacation to some kind of vacation spot, for lack of better words. Little trips that are secretive with a friend. A new car. Organization of the public, or some kind of hierarchy within, going to, also meeting up at the city as well. So this could be a meetup at a city. Yeah, so there's like a lot of toxicity with the health. So I could see like a city that's got a lot of smog. Like there's smog in the city, you know? I know it's kind of super literal. Connections that start. A love that you might not know, or you might not be able to see. So, if somebody's asking you to go somewhere on a trip with them, it seems like there's something sparked there on the trip. Somebody in your family could be jealous of this connection of some kind. It could be one of your brother's friends or sister's friends. They might be very jealous about you meeting up with this specific person, or this career is going well for you in the city, or move to the city or something. The home is the answer. What is the home the answer to? A new home is the answer. You could be moving, because I have the home and the key and the new uniting each other. You're cleaning up something. You're cleaning up something. Beautifying the home by cleaning it up. Your new home. Those of you who are moving, you know the prep that's involved. There's a lot of work. This is a new cleaning. I think that's the only ways I can go. I mean, I can go this way. I can go this way. Yeah. What should we take? What's the most important thing to take from all this? Somebody you love talking to that's at a distance. The distance, there could be like a block in some kind of written message or communication, because something gets lost in the mail, or you might be waiting on a message or some kind of information. In terms of career, whatever news that's coming in, it'll be really good news based on what's kind of harnessing the reading, what's holding it together. But there is some kind of, you will need to sacrifice something. There will be some sacrifice that will need to be made in order to realize whatever this honest message is. So the honest message might be not the best in terms of what you wanted to hear necessarily, but also you'll have a status of whatever honest communication there is. There's like a status of that's a burden that's about movement. Yeah, so if this is about a man, it's about him, his not wanting to commit to a traditional relationship maybe. It could be that he's he's burdened by you're burdened by his actions in regards to what he writes. He's being honest about how he feels, which is good, but also it doesn't, so like you get an honest answer, which is good, but it's still kind of a burden, which may cause things to end because of a small detail with something, you know. Status seems to be important to this man and might be important to you at this time, or, you know, within a couple dynamic. I see that he's looking this way, she's looking this way. He's looking towards more of the tail, you know, I feel like. She's looking towards career and like peace and harmony and longevity of some kind of stability. He's looking for kind of quick, kind of instinctual, kind of like little losses. There's some kind of stealing away. So getting what he wants, the details of getting what you want as well, and investigating what you want, what's being taken. Marriage also, this is an institution of marriage. This is the family. He, you know, might not want a family, or you might not want a family. It just, a cutting of growth. So something might have been growing for a while, and then there was argument, and you're just realizing the status of some kind of truth, or how people see this man, his reputation of the man. And as it could also be that he's honest. He's an honest career guy. So whatever information that's a sacrifice, maybe it's because you have to travel for work, and you might have to work at night. You might be traveling at night for work. That might be the burden. But this man's reputation seems honest, you know. He's hardworking. His reputation, there's honesty. There's a truth of reputation here. A truthful reputation. A peaceful, harmonious reputation. This man could be older. It could have to do with some kind of little trips that are growing. There could be a cut to some kind of growth as well. So if you work in any kind of physical, like, what do you call it? Landscaping jobs, anything like that. You know, this can talk about that. All right, we're at 102. Now, what is the last thing I want to talk about? A love of singing as well. So, singing that is a passion. Somebody could have had trouble singing. They could have had like some kind of physical lump in their throat, or some blockage of some kind. And then there's like a test result reveals what's been going on, and there's the ability to kind of figure things out, you know, what the burden was. There's like maybe a sacrifice or something. Also a passion for seeing a path at a far distance. There's like some goal that has to be achieved at a far distance, and there's a message that's honest about kind of the sacrifice that will be needed to go forward with this career from an authority figure at a distance as well. This person could be, this is a business of the public, so this could be like having to do with a career that's starting in terms of your entertainment abilities, or you're being seen, you're being noticed. Whatever dream you have is being watched by others. Like I said before, there's a watchful eye. People are watching you. They're watching you glow up. And I think that's where I want to leave the reading, Aquarius. Happy Halloween. Have a great October. I'll see you in November. And yeah, bye.